Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Apple TV Plus for granting me the screener to this docu. To be honest, The Elephant Queen was not even on my radar, despite the fact that it had already gone through several film festival circuits over the past year. But you know what? I am glad that I have now seen it, and I hope more and more people get to check it out as well. Because even though on the surface, The Elephant Queen may look just like any other nature-related documentaries that you've probably seen 1,000 times before, but you cannot emphasize enough the importance of the awareness that it tries to bring your attention to. Directed by Mark Diebel and Victoria Stone and narrated by Oscar nominee Chiwetel Ejiofor, meet Athena, the Elephant Queen. She is the matriarch of a group of elephants that share their home with a cast of supporting character species who provide texture and richness to the ecosystem. Athena anticipates the dry season to soon be upon them, which means there are tough times ahead. So as the water holes dry up, she has no choice but to take her family on a treacherous journey across the foreboding landscapes as they seek refuge until the rains fall again. Just like any other wildlife documentaries, the focus for the filmmakers is to find the story. Sometimes they have to create the right environments or circumstances so that the story that they want the animals to have can come out of their reactions to those. But oftentimes, it's the animals themselves that just present their stories, and the filmmakers just pretty much let the cameras roll. In this case, I have a feeling that this is more or less a pattern that happens every drought or every dry season cycle, where the animals would venture from their territories to go locate a water spring and then they come back. It's a story that probably has never been filmed before, but it's probably a story that's not unique to just these specific wondrous creatures. Now that said, this documentary keeps weaving in and out of its focus from the elephants. It constantly keeps taking detours to show us what the supporting characters are up to, including the dung beetles, which essentially are a comic relief or a necessary distraction. By the way, I forgot to mention that the directors, Mark Diebel and Victoria Stone, are a married couple, and they've won awards for making other wildlife documentaries prior to this. So these guys are experienced, and they know exactly how to structure a story in a way that comes across as character-driven and profound and inspiring, and in a way that tugs on your heartstrings. So prepare a Kleenex box, because The Elephant Queen can at times get emotionally devastating. I mean, it's the circle of life, man, and part of that circle is the inevitable death. But also part of that circle are the joys of reunions and new birth. The way this documentary captures the natural landscape is breathtaking, gorgeous, and majestic, and you really feel for these animals as they go through this merciless yet unforgettable odyssey. There's a couple of big things that this documentary brings up. The sad fact that, unfortunately, poachers are still hunting down these beautiful tusker elephants. There are no poachers featured in the docu, but the end credits is basically a call to action to ban poaching. The other big thing, at least for me, it kind of makes you ponder, because one can correctly assume that climate change, which has worsened forest fires and worsened hurricane seasons in other parts of the world, probably has also worsened the dry and rainy season cycles for these animals and make them longer or even more treacherous for them. So if this documentary doesn't compel you to start caring about those that we share our planet with, then I don't know what will.